sit all cloudy and blends with the dream of bottles lying everywhere. Got a guitar in my hand and a Western oil can under my ukole for a chair. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. It's Aloha Friday, no work till...
I'm so sorry. I was writing the story here in the computer. But Ola Keaka, last night, the Dreams fundraiser that we went to, and to watch all these young, talented people doing, whether it was their monologues or music.
And it was just starting, so it's like the first, it's like
Right.
giving birth to a place where people can just go and,
A
you know, like
platform.
other places, a little, you got to be a part of that genre. But this one was really nice because it was, you know, intimate, and
Was that Branch Studios?
Branch Studios supported,
Yeah.
you know. So we're going to talk to Koa today.
Yeah, later.
About the event and about
I-
that kind of possibility for young people to really get their voices and their talents as far as acting together. And then if we can have people mixed in, like people who have more
Right.
experience, then the young people can learn from the older ones,
Right.
and the older ones, believe it or not, can learn from the young people.
Yes,
And
great
then
mentoring.
we
Yeah.
actually interviewed Kenny Ryder. I
Yes.
think it was last week or a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Who was talking about this event.
And
Yeah,
he was
yesterday.
on there. He was one of the artists. But I think what was wonderful is that their own compositions and that ability to have the kind of confidence they had on the stage, just very relaxed, and then they tried to be their own little comedians at times.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
always.
and, yeah. So
As
singing and
in-
kind of, you know, getting to know the audience. You know how it is. You
Yes.
get on stage, you gotta.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Learn to interact with the audience, so that was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
okay, and of course, there's a lot more news.
Well, there is.
Yes.
There is.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like
Yes.
right there.
How about
here.
raising Aloha Stadium? Ooh.
Oh, Aloha Stadium, the size, yeah.
The size.
of the stadium.
Not too
Downsizing
big.
it, actually.
Well, let's talk about the original stadium,
Mhm.
which is
Let's.
Honolulu Stadium.
Yes.
So Honolulu
Yes.
Stadium had about 20,000 people.
AKA the old
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Roller derby.
no, come on, not the old stadium.
It's called the old stadium, right?
No,
No.
it was called a Honolulu Stadium. Okay.
Okay.
So Honolulu Stadium, the key was all made out of wood.
That.
Yes.
So you could bounce up and down,
Yeah.
and literally bounce the bleachers up and down. And it's like, excuse me? So, but it was good. And then they decided, well, we're going to be bigger and more important. So we got to build
And metal.
not just a bigger stadium, but they built 50,000 seater, right?
And metal.
Yeah, and metal, right? And metal.
Because the termites had a field day at the old stadium apparently.
Yeah. So they decided to do all of that stuff. And now, they're saying, now, if we take out the top tier, then we'll have a more feasible stadium that will save the state a lot of money
To like up to
after they spend it! After they spend the money! Then it will save them.
My dad used to say, even though it says it's a savings, you're still spending money to save, so you're not really saving.
There you go. That's right.
Well,
That was smart.
the wisdom
That
of
and chew your food.
Yes.
Chew your food.
Well, it takes money to make money.
That's right.
Yeah.
It
I don't
takes
know.
money.
What
to
do I
make
know
it.
about that?
But you never,
But not in this
First
case.
time
This is what I hear.
Don't worry, it's gonna be good. Let's see now. How many times have we heard that? Never mind. We don't
So they're
even wanna
going to
go back
downsize
there.
it by 30 to 40%, which if your math serves you correctly, so 10% of 50,000 is 5,000.
Okay.
Multiply that by 3, that's 15,000. Multiply that by 4, that's 20,000.
Right.
So you're looking at
basically-
30 to 35,000 seats max capacity.
Right,
stadium.
right. So they want to take out the top tier, basically.
Yeah.
of the
Well, which
stadium.
is fine because you can't really
Yeah.
see anything from up there anyway.
well, that's
Well,
why they said.
well,
I mean, you
and-
really can't see.
And the other thing is no roof.
But however, University of Hawaii football games used to sell out 50,000 seats, if you remember that.
Used
Uh,
to.
Yeah, gee.
Used
So
to.
now that we're failing to do that, because I don't know why,
Mhm.
oh, let's downsize a whole stadium. You know, we'll just have two big giants come in and just pull the top off. And can they take it someplace? Because I got a hunch. As soon as they do that, and we're small size, we're going to need more space.
Exactly.
We're going to need more space.
Yeah.
But you know
Go
what's
get those
interesting?
seats out of the rafters.
Yeah.
On that same front
Get out of
page, you
storage.
have the Quest program. So now the priorities of medical care for the underserved or the stadium.
Parents scrambled
I mean-
to sort out erroneous Quest
Yes,
cancellations.
Yes, which that is being fixed. However,
what the heck is that?
so I mean, you
Well,
look at the two
Well,
issues
you went
on the
from
front
sports The big thrill.
I know, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to move yet.
Because hell,
I have a lot of inertia.
Only
Resistance to
that
motion.
Health.
bring in that aspect. Okay, now,
Newton's
boys,
first law
now that
is
we've
just
done
all
this,
over me right
now
now.
that we've done the sports, now here's the
Keeps
whole
you on your
thing.
toes.
We got to take care of people, medical.
Yes.
Okay.
The priorities
And now
of
that
money.
we've done that, let's take a break. Okay, let's go to music. The music of the traditional sounds of Hawaiian music that will take you back to some great memories. We'll be right back. I'm Kimo Kahono,
This is Ika Kawana.
And Leilani Kupaho Marino.
brought to you by
Peace and its Pelotron companies.
Happy Aloha Friday.
Can I go to the let me have those feels like
Oh, you got energy, honey?
oh my god, it feels so good to be normal again.
Yes, that's what I'm to look forward to. I just want to say it before we get on the air.
Hey, I was
I got intro,
mild,
I got
but
intros for everybody
you know
except
it can change.
Chef.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, Kukona from
Oh,
Maui.
yes.
Oh,
Elohana.
Elohana. Wow, that's
For
awesome, man.
Ka'ahumanu.
Yeah, he's got a couple of beautiful songs that are out now
Yeah.
on his CD, and congratulations to him and the
Yes.
Hokus. But even more so, you know, I remember him doing chants and being a part of the Korakula show many, many years ago as a young man. So I want to say a great big aloha to his accomplishments.
Yes.
Just beautiful stuff. And the other song we heard was from Dennis Kamakahi. I want to remind you that his celebration of life is coming up on the 5th. That's going to be the 5th,
July
okay?
5th.
July 5th, okay? And church service will be
Over at up at the chapel at 8
and
o'clock, and then Bishop Museum at noon.
at noon, okay?
Celebration of
And
life.
Skylark will be emceeing that. I'll help her
Yes.
out
Yeah.
for a while while we can get there, okay?
Wonderful.
And yeah, so it's going to be beautiful.
Just a moment with him, because I remember having the privilege to tour and be their hula dancer.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
Uncle George,
No kidding.
Kapamoku, and
Yeah.
Cyril Pahinui. And I just loved his stories, to hear him tell the stories in each of the cities and
Wow.
the background behind his songs.
Uh-huh.
So it was a great gift to
Yeah,
experience
to have
him.
that.
Yeah,
And to
get
feel it
dancing.
as you dance it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for What Happened? What the heck happened? Sports.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 6:21 sports time. I'm Ika Kawana. Go sports. And I've got a fever. And the only cure is more World Cup. That's right, the USA can party like it's 2014 because the US men's soccer team made it out of the group play into the round of 16 yesterday where they won
All
0
right.
loss to Germany. And yes, I did say loss, and that's the beauty of soccer, ladies and gentlemen. You don't even have to really win sometimes. It's more of a utopia of people helping people and a cumulative body
Other
of work.
teams.
Yep, it's like a chess
Yeah.
match that determines who advances. And in this case, the U.S. really should be thanking the newly dubbed, in my opinion, greatest American hero, Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo, because if it wasn't for his match-capping goal to beat Ghana 2-1, the U.S. may be heading home on the early canoe.
Woo!
Yeah. Soccer can be a cruel game, but the gods have finally smiled or at least nodded at the U.S. team after a rained-out match against Germany in Recife. But the U.S. will need more than the nods and smiles of gods to advance in the knockout round. World Cup play continues tomorrow with Brazil versus Chile, followed by Colombia versus Uruguay, and then the U.S. faces Belgium on Tuesday, July 1st at 10 a.m. Hawaii time, live on ESPN.
Whoa!
That's right. And the big news in the NBA this week, 4-time MVP and 2-time NBA champione, LeBron, a.k.a. King James, has opted out of his contract with the Miami Heat to become a free agent.
Free agent,
And
more
thus
money.
begins
Wait, more. Wait.
2014.
More money. More money. How much more money can this man make?
I have no idea. But thus begins 2014 LeBron Roulette. It was a lot of fun in 2010, so stay tuned to see who this year's winner will be and where LeBron takes his talents to next. But the Miami Heat and Pat Riley are not letting him go that easy. They're trying to do their best to cater to the Kings' whims, including trading to get LeBron's favorite player in the NBA draft yesterday. That's right, UConn's Shabazz Napier, who was the starting point guard on this year's UConn National Championship team. Right after LeBron tweeted that Napier was his favorite player in the draft, after he went 24th overall to the Charlotte Hornets, the Heat expeditiously traded its 26th overall pick and two second-rounders to secure Napier. I guess you can say Pat Riley and the Miami Heat front office are taking it pretty strong to the hole in hopes of re-wooing the greatest basketball player on the planet. And Hawaii's own Punahou and Stanford grad Michelle Wee is We at last, after winning her first major after 5 years on tour last Sunday, beating out Stacey Lewis by 2-stroke at the U.S. Women's Open at Pinehurst No. 2 in North Carolina.
Take that!
And afterward, received the best gift a golfer could possibly receive. Not a green jacket or a monstrous trophy or even a trophy you can drink out of, although you can. Nope.
And she did.
And she did. Nope, she received flowers from Happy Gilmore, a.k.a. Adam Sandler. We and Sandler played together in Hawaii when we was a teenager. She also said she was glad to be done with her tour of New York and all the media that goes along with winning a U.S. Women's Open. And quote, I don't know how people in show business do it. I was just so happy to get on a plane for Arkansas so I could just play some golf already.
Woohoo! Crazy.
Yep. And she's speaking, of course, of the 54-hole Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship, which kicks off today at Pinnacle Country Club in Rogers, Arkansas. And PGA superstar and lightning rod Tiger Woods made his surprisingly brisk Ollie-like comeback to the PGA Tour yesterday, just 3 months after having minimally invasive lower back surgery.
You know what that is?
I do know what that is. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty surprisingly brisk. Woods shot a 3-over par 74 in his first round back on tour at the Quicken Loans National Tourney at Congressional Country Club in Bethesda, Maryland, and says his back feels fantastic. And the score is more indicative of rust than health. Woods' return this soon was a surprise, and he was candid in saying that he might not have played if the Quicken Loans National did not benefit his foundation's work with children. He also made it clear he was not risking further injury by playing now. Woods had a slow start, but finished his last 6 holes making 3 birdies and missing only 1 green. Play continues today, and hopefully he can make the cut with the leader Greg Chalmers at 5 under, posting a first-round 66 on a tough congressional course.
And you know, Greg Chalmers has been a part of the PGA Tour for a long while, okay? But never have the celebrity that Tiger Woods has.
Nope.
So here they are talking about Tiger Woods all the time. By the way, the leader is Greg Chalmers. Okay, back to Tiger Woods. Now, this is where he blew it. This is where he did really well. This is what he is. What do you think about his back? I don't know. What's going on? I don't know. His back, the front, the side, the look. He's going to be 40, right? He's going to be 40. He's
Oh,
like
no, I think
39.
he's going to be 38.
38?
Yeah, I think
really?
so.
Nearing
38?
40.
He's nearing 40.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's
so
almost
39,
40.
39.
That's almost 40. That's almost 40.
Late 30s.
Oh,
I
my
didn't hear you
gosh.
talk about Isaiah Austin,
Isaiah Austin.
Who's
the basketball player that was supposed to
Enlighten
be
me.
drafted and was diagnosed with Marfan's. Oh, well, forgive me. Let's bring that in next week.
Okay.
No.
I want you to
Just
tell
say
me
it now.
about it.
Just say it now because it came out this morning.
Isaiah
So
Austin.
Isaiah
Okay.
Austin was supposed to be drafted. He was looking forward to it.
Mhm.
And then he told somebody that
Yeah.
he only could see out of one
Right,
eye.
partially blind. And then they
Well,
said...
you don't tell someone that before you...
Exactly.
Before the NBA draft.
Exactly. And that just a few days ago, he was diagnosed with Marfan's disease, syndrome, excuse me.
Yeah.
Which it was almost...
But I think all
evident-
NBA players have Marfan's
I was just
syndrome.
going to say, because his long limbs,
Yeah,
very
that's-
tall.
that just means you're like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's why
I
you're in the
thought
NBA.
I think how interesting...
They all got Marfan's, and we actually used to
Yeah.
joke about that in med school.
Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they say
What
that's
do you
why
got?
he's
I
not...
got Marfan's disease.
all got it.
Otherwise, I couldn't be drafted into the NBA.
Right.
Yeah, or gigantism.
So,
Like that. Yao
so
Ming had
actually,
that.
what they're going to find out is that this is wrong. That
Well,
be diagnosed and then eliminated is wrong because
Right.
half the players of the NBA in the past
Right.
Right.
have all
Well, I mean,
had it.
we're just it's
Abraham
metaphorically
Lincoln.
speaking. They don't
Yeah.
really have it, but I'm saying Marfan's syndrome. People with longer
Well,
legs.
Well, and he
larger bone
evidently the
structure.
eye that is working for him, only one eye,
Yeah.
is the dominant eye.
Well, there you go. That's all
because
you need.
he can shoot it.
Who needs the recessive eye?
Yeah.
You just need
So-
one. That's why you got 2.
Yeah, either that or he adjusts the eye. So, okay, I aim over there and I'll go put him in a basket.
Well,
he had
look
an
at his
honorary
body of work.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had one eye this whole time.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's why I said how interesting just a few days before. But with the Marfans, they even said
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln they thought might have had Marfans.
Well, you know what? You know what?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I just got to say this.
Yes.
The eyes have it. Let's
Okay.
move on. Ladies and gentlemen.
Got a spare eye.
It's time to get you back to some music and our first guest. Okay, that's coming up next time. Kimo Kahoano.
This is Ika Kawano.
And Leilani Kupahumino.
And with our Phyllis engineer men, we are here for you. Happy Aloha Friday morning.
Okay, first
Okay.
one.
Here is where I sit all cloudy and blends with the prima bottles lying everywhere. Got a guitar in my hand and a Western oil can under my ukole for a chair. It's Aloha Friday,